All right, says who subscribers. Good day, eh? Good day. That's my brother Bob, or I'm Bob, and that's my brother Doug McKenzie. If you remember Bob and Doug McKenzie, something me and Steve rediscovered working on the RV up here. Anyway, it was a song back in the '80s, comedy team doing a song. So anyway, here at the RV, Bailey girl's not with me. She is back in Kentucky because they went back to school 4 days a week. So I'm actually probably going to head home today because Sharon was able to arrange hours for a period of time. But I'm going to have to go back. So anyway, just thought I'd give a quick update on what we've got done. Not necessarily a whole lot, but a lot. And it's a little different. So I'm going to actually turn the camera the other way and start filming so you can see that instead of looking at my ugly mug. So hang on tight. So as you can see, the driver's compartment, that little TV that's there. So first off, new curtains. And these are actually, strangely enough, these are just regular old, actually they're, here's the package. Just your regular old standard 84-inch room darkening panels. So they just go on regular old windows. But I kind of got to looking at them and I thought, you know what? If I turn those sideways, they just might work. And they are short just by a tad, which is actually why I have another pair. And I am going to magnetize that other pair to it to make it a little bit lower, to give a little bit more length. But I got the hooks on Amazon. They were pretty cool. You just get those and they go into the thing and then they hook right on your thing. And it worked out good. The curtains that were on there were obviously old, musty, dirty, and were not blackout curtains, which these are. You could see through those other curtains. Now, like I know here, you can kind of see the light coming through, but trust me when I tell you, in the dark when you're outside, you can't see through these curtains, which is great because I just felt uncomfortable with the others being that way. So anyway, as you can see, the TV is on, and I have gotten Roku hooked up, and then there's my Hulu account. You can see it says if you want to stop watching Hulu. So I've got my Roku hooked up so I can view my YouTube and Hulu and Prime, Amazon Prime, and all the other stuff that I have on my Roku. And I wasn't sure that was going to be a possibility because I kind of thought I was going to have to use the internet off of my phone or get some kind of a internet that just wasn't going to be strong enough. But they do have free internet here at this campground, and I am plugged into it. And I didn't know if it would be strong enough, but it is. So I've actually been able to watch TV that way, on top of the fact that I got an over-the-air antenna as well. So I'm also able to watch the local channels that they have here. All I got to do is scan wherever I go, scan the, hook it up, scan the channels, and I'm good to go. So anyway, I'll just back up. This is, you can see, cleaned up pretty good for the most part. This is the living room. I will say this. While I was up here this time, I ended up getting an air mattress to sleep on, which was actually pretty comfortable. I was surprised. I folded it up because I'm probably, like I said, leaving. But, it's down here. I'm down here in the living room. There's my little heater because I'm not using propane heat right now. Because number one, I'm out of it. Number two, I'm going to have to get my propane system looked at. And, there's the air mattress. I got two of them, actually. So if Bailey and Sharon were here, we could put two together and make ourselves a king-size bed. So, and then so, anyway, turning around, I also took one of those curtains. I don't know if you remember there was one little short-looking thing that hung down to about the bottom of the door, about right there. That was what was covering the window before. So I just took one of these long curtains and put it up because, again, room darkening, so you can't see through it. The other one, you could kind of see through. And that's what I use for the door. And of course I was thinking about cutting it, but I actually think I might leave it this way and do just what I did, have it tied up, just during the day, tie it up around this thing right there. I'll probably get a bigger one and may get another one to put down there, so it makes sure that it doesn't, get in the way of the door, and just leave it like that where it's tied up, because I think that would be pretty cool. So anyway, so there's that. Other than that, I did a couple of things here. These are like little cutting boards. There's 4 of them. They kind of fit over top of the sink really, really well if I need to set stuff on them, obviously, like I have. The water is turned off currently. They turn the water off here after the 1st of November. So, but it gives me a discounted rate also to be here. So as long as I can deal without the water, which is of course why I have that water there. I have another one of those in the bathroom, and I make do with what I need to make do with. But so then there's air fryer cooking machine, and you can do damn near everything on it. You can air fry toast, do bagels, pizza, bake, broil, warm, whatever. And I've been able to do, so far, everything I have tried to do has come out very well, with the exception of the burritos that I usually like to eat are I air fried them, and they came out fine as far as that goes. They were just, because I wasn't used to them, they were like harder and crunchier than I was used to, so I didn't care for that as much. So the burritos that I eat, I'm still microwaving them, because that's, I guess, just how I've gotten used to them. So anyway, here's in the bedroom. I've got a couple of things in here, just my bag of clothes and dirty clothes and stuff like that. Some of the wood packed up. The floor is finished, and this is all probably looking the same as it did before. Maybe not. When I came back, I tried to clean it up a little bit, sweep it up and all that kind of stuff. But we've got to figure out the water situation, how we're gonna fix it, what way we're gonna do that. Are we gonna have to go to somebody to do it? Blah blah blah. It's just something that we're gonna have to deal with. So there's that. Of course, I'll be getting all the stuff that's hooked up to the TV up front hooked up to the TV back here as well. I thought I'm only getting one and trying it first just to see. And you can see the ceiling, here in where the bathtub is, or the shower is really, not doing well. It's coming down, and that's because the ceiling is fixed, and it's had the opportunity to dry out, but it's coming apart, and definitely not probably what you want to have dealing with. So we've got stuff sitting in here that we need out of the way, and is kind of big and bulky. So, well, I guess everything's better to be seen on this side. You just hook for a shower bag there, another hook for a shower bag there if need be, hook here for towels on both sides of the door, so that when you get out of the shower you can grab a towel, and it's I put them down low so Bailey could reach them and pull them off, and instead of having to try to jump up and down and do it. So it made that a little nice. And then I took the door off the shower because I was just going to use the shower curtain, but I don't know if that's gonna work. We're figuring out he's either going to put the door back on, but put it back on the opposite way that it was, because when you had to open it, it opened up right in front of the bedroom door, or it opened up away from the bedroom door, so you had to be on the other side of it and then squeezed into the bedroom to open the door to get in the shower, which was a little bit inconvenient. So we would have to turn it around so it's opening towards the bedroom door, so that you can just open it, step in, and shut it, and it'll be a lot more easy and convenient. So, or try to come up with another solution, a sliding door or something like that, which is what I would prefer, or maybe end up getting a new shower altogether that has something better. So, this is where we're at, and it's coming along. You see outside. I don't think much has changed out here, other than maybe a little. I mean, I got the tape on there because I was going in between the. So basically, this piece right here, I was getting on both sides of it. Well, I pulled the tape off because I was done. I pulled the tape off of this side, but then I realized when I had gotten down to the bottom here that I never went across here like I wanted to. So I still have to go across here, and I have to do that all the way down, and then I have to go around the doors, and then all the way down to the end there, and then I have to do the other side of the RV as well, because I didn't do that part either. I don't know how I missed it, but I just did. But then that part will finished, except for I got to do a second coat on the top edges, which I did a second coat on the very top of the trailer, but I got to do a second coat on just these edges right there, which I should be able to do from the ground in a roller, just to put that second coat on it. And I did get my outside lights put up out here. These are the coolest things ever. Check this out. Whoop. Yep, it's magnetic, so I can put it on there and I can turn it whichever way I want. And of course I turn them and point them down towards the door, and then they have the automatic feature on them, saying just like any other time, once it gets nighttime, it has to get a certain amount of night dark, and then it starts working automatically. When you walk in front of it, it comes on and then shuts off when there's no movement. There's the other one, which I put on so I could see that if I needed, because that's a combination lock to unlock. But yeah, the back part didn't come out spectacular and doesn't look super clean, but I don't care. enough is enough already. And then I gotta do this side. So, and then I found out yesterday the right wheels that I can get, and I can actually just get them at Tractor Supply. So there's the rest of that I gotta do. So yeah, I can get those at Tractor Supply, the rim and the tire, which I'm gonna have to do soon, because the tires that are on here are not in great shape at all. So I've got balancing the tires. I'm taking it to get the tires balanced soon. And of course, you see I have an outside light thingy for this door too, and it shines actually pretty good, and it's very handy to light up the doors when you come in, because a lot of times when you go to campgrounds, they're dark. They don't have night lights and stuff like that, because they know people would prefer to be somewhere where it's dark when it's nighttime, and so that comes in handy for sure when you got to use try to open the door and find the handle, or when you got to get your keys out and find the lock to put the key in the lock. So like it, and it comes in handy. So anyway, I'm gonna get the tires rotated, and while the tires are getting rotated, I got a belt, an air conditioner belt that I need to have put on. I have the belt. Hopefully it's the right one. It's different than the one that broke, that came off of it, but I think that the one that broke and came off of it was just rigged, like Jimmy rigged. So it was just the wrong one, and it was something to try to get through. So hopefully I have the right one. And I got the tires figured out now, when it comes to that. So I mean, I don't think that's going to be an issue. And That should be hopefully a simple change that I can do myself. I just got to purchase them. And then other stuff that needs to be done, I can't think now off the top of my head. I mean, I got to put a brake on the RV. It's called a brake, so that when I'm plugged into the trailer, it works the trailer brakes. When I hit the brakes in the RV, the trailer brakes also work. And I need to have one put on the RV, and I need to have one put on the truck. And then I also need to have both of them. They both have, the RV and the truck have the same plug, but the trailer has a different plug, so I have to get plugs that match and have that put on and hooked up. So I may end up having that done when I get the tires rotated as well. So those things got to get done. We've got to figure out, also we got to build a bed frame for the bedroom to be able to put the mattress on, which we're making it this time so that we can put a king size mattress in there, and that'll be helpful because we can't all fit in there on a twin. I mean, queen size. It's just not comfortable. Bailey moves around too much, and until we can get her in her own bed, if I'm gonna sleep in there, and I may come out here and blow up an air mattress if I have to, but I'd rather have a king size bed in there. And I think it'd be better for resale anyway, because almost always these have queen size beds in them. So if somebody was wanting to buy it and they needed a king size bed, it's going to be very few that you're going to find that would have a king size bed in them. So anyway, so we're doing it. We're fixing it to do that. So we got to do that, get the water fixed, and there's some work that needs to be done on the generator that he says he's going to do. That's going to be a simple fix. And then I have to get the stuff mounted in the trailer to tie down the car. I've got the stuff. I bought it. It's in the back of my truck, actually. But I've got so much stuff in the trailer right now that I can't put it down. I have mattresses. I got 2 mattresses in there. I've got a generator in there. I've got saws in there that are his saws, that are like table saws and work saws and stuff like that. And you know what? This is a video, so I'll just show you what's in there, because we can do that if it's still unlocked, which I think it is. At least the back side is. So, yeah. So, right off the bat, so you can see there's a lot of stuff. So the little ladder, fan, chairs, this is all the stuff that we took out, the seats, the couch that turns into a bed, and the benches and the tables and stuff like that. Those are my new tables right there, and there's going to be 2 of them, one on each side. We got to cut them and stain them and do some work to them, but those are going to be the new tables, so that's another thing that's got to be done and put in. But there's the generator, there's one saw back there, and there's another saw that's on the other side, but you can't see it. You can see that 2 mattresses right here that had to come out, and there's tools and paint, or this is where all the paint stuff was done, right here by the door. So there's just junk. There's just junk everywhere in here, so I don't have the room to get in here and mess with it. But we gotta cut the back floor out, because the 2 corners of the back floor are kind of rotted out. So cut those out and replace that wood there, and figure out what I'm going to put back over it. I don't know if I'm going to put tile over it, or I might get some of that indoor-outdoor tile. It's going to be cheap. It's not going to be anything fancy, just something to wipe your foot on when you come in before that way if it's wet you can, wipe it on it. But I'm just trying to think, is there anything else I'm missing? And I'm sure that there is, because I had a long list of stuff. So yeah, behind me you can see that's the truck packed up for me to go home. All that stuff is tied down, so it should be. Yeah, it's solid, so it's in good shape. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I need to do, that I want to do. I think everything's done. Going to be done for the most part once we figure out the bed frame, how to put the bed back in there, and get the mattress, put it in there. But then the problem is the bed also has to be built around the water tank, the fixed water tank that's going to go back in there. So that's got to go back in there. Where is it going to go? How is it going to sit? And then build the frame around it, and then put the bed and mattress on top of it. So we haven't gotten to the part where we've started trying to think what to do to figure that out, because we are still working on finishing up the floor. There's a little bit of work that needs to be done to finish up the floor and hide the cords that are in there and stuff like that. So today Steve's busy. He's got some personal stuff to do, and I told him I would leave him alone because I was going to be going home anyway. So nothing much is getting done today other than me just cleaning the RV up to. I was going to stand out here, but it's cold. Other than me cleaning up the RV a little bit, that way he said there's a possibility he may come work on it while I'm gone if he gets some time, because the problem is this week Sharon's changed around her whole schedule. She worked Sunday and took off Wednesday, and was able to get it to where she could be there to put Bailey on the bus and home to pick her up and all that. And then she was home on Wednesday when Bailey didn't have school, because they have school Monday, Tuesday, virtual school on Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday they go back to regular school. I don't know why they did it, but I'm sure they have their reasons. But anyway, she has to work tomorrow, and Bailey has to go back to school next week, and it's just regular old school again, and Sharon can't change her schedule around. So next week I'm not going to be able to be up here. And the 23rd, I believe, is the date that I've got scheduled to get the tires rotated. So I'm trying to clean up as much as I can so that when I come up here the 23rd, like, it's ready to go. Because as of right now, you saw the tire caps are still on, and I've still got loose stuff laying around. If I got in and drove it, stuff would just go everywhere, and it just isn't ready to be moved. I've got to unhook the sewer stuff. I've got to unplug everything, and there's just stuff that has to be done before I can actually move it. So, and he also said if he had time between now and then, that he may come up here and do some work. So, that's why I'm still here kind of cleaning up, and I'm going to get as much done as I can get done, and then I'm going to head home tonight, and I probably won't be back until the 23rd. I'll probably come back the 22nd, that evening of the 22nd, because it's, I don't want to be stuck in traffic or something like that the day before, because the appointments and first thing in the morning, and it's hard to get appointments for these things right now. Hang on. So I called a guy called an RV place because, you know, trying to get an estimate and information on if they can fix the water tank and how much would it cost and all that and whatever. And he told me that, yeah, they can do it and give me a cost, but they got to look at it first. And he said, you'll have to bring it up here and leave it. And it's probably going to be 30 days before I can even get you an estimate. And then, I don't know, we probably would be able to work on it then, but it just depends on what you say at that time about the estimate and if you want more than done or something different or whatever. And so RVs are just a high item right now. I guess part of it's just regular summer because, you know, summer's over with and whatever, but this COVID thing has got people going out and wanting to get them, and it makes it extremely difficult to do anything with an RV, or a trailer for that matter, because everybody's wanting something to get away in when COVID hits and they try to lock everybody down. So I'm not missing this appointment, 23rd. You know, it's the first thing on the. This is actually an appointment to get the tires rotated, because the RV place doesn't do that. But I'm not missing the appointment to come up here and get that done either, because it's few people that can get it do an RV because they're so much heavier. You get my point. Anyway, I guess I don't really have anything else to say. You know, there's videos I'm sure I'll take some other time, but I just thought I'd give one. I hadn't given one in a while, so I guess that's it for now. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when a new video comes out, because I keep having people tell me that know me that, oh yeah, no, I haven't seen your video. I'm like, oh, well, I posted like 5, and oh, I had no idea. So hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and give the video a big thumbs up. Other than that, Gadget Man is out.